Yo, what's good? Listen up, this right here is your wake-up call. No alarms, no sugarcoating, just straight talk. Every day, we grind, we hustle, we push forward in a world that don't care if we make it or break it. But what most people don't realize is this: it's not always the outside world that kills your fire. Nah, it's the little silent habits you carry inside. The ones that slowly eat at your strength. The ones that drain your energy, your focus, your manhood, without you even noticing. Today, we're cutting through that noise. I'm about to break down 10 silent habits that keep you weak, that steal your power, that keep you from being the king of your own life. And I'm doing it real, mixing the streets with the wisdom of the ancients. Because the truth is, Stoicism ain't just some dusty philosophy from the Roman Empire, it's survival tactics. It's mental armor, it's the code that keeps a man unshaken no matter what storm he faces. Now, I ain't here to play games with your mind. If you've ever laughed at somebody just to feel bigger, if you've pointed fingers when things went wrong, instead of owning your part, or if you've let fear chain you down while opportunity walked right past you, then this message is carved out for you. This ain't just about motivation. This is about transformation, about facing yourself like a man, stripping away the weakness, and building a code you can live and die by. So buckle up, we're about to walk through truth, pain, and power. Let's break it down. First up, mocking others just to feel superior. Let's keep it real. Everybody's done it at some point. You see someone struggling, slipping, or looking weak, and the first instinct is to laugh, throw shade, or drop some slick comment. Feels good for 10 seconds? But after that, nothing changes. You don't grow, you don't rise, you don't get stronger. You just prove that the only way you can feel tall is by standing on somebody else's back. That's a trap, man, straight poison. It's fake confidence, like a hustler fronting with borrowed chains, shiny on the outside, empty on the inside. Real talk. When you mock someone else, you're exposing your own insecurity. You're telling the world, I need to dim your light so mine looks brighter. But here's the Stoic truth. Marcus Aurelius once said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you'll find strength. Think about that. Power ain't about clowning others. Power is control over yourself, your mouth, your thoughts, your reactions. Anybody can point fingers, laugh, and act hard, but it takes a solid man, a disciplined one, to pause and say, hold up, what does this say about me?
Man, why you always gotta talk smack? We all got our struggles.
Word, you right. I'm checking myself. It ain't about being higher, it's about being stronger inside. See, a real one, he don't step on others to climb. He builds himself up from within. He carries discipline like armor, humility like a weapon. And when he sees someone hurting, he don't mock, he understands, because he knows life can flip the script at any moment. Today it's them, tomorrow it could be you. So next time you feel that itch to laugh at someone else's pain, check yourself. Flip that energy inward. Instead of tearing down, build up. Instead of mocking, reflect. That's where true strength lives. And that's how you walk the streets with respect, not fear. Now check this. Refusing to take responsibility is another silent killer. Too many of us out here are quick to point the finger. It's the system's fault. It's the boss. It's the homies. It's bad luck. And yeah, sometimes life really does deal you a dirty hand. But here's the truth. You can't always control the cards, but you can control how you play them. Owning your actions is like owning your block. When you step up, you claim your space, you claim your respect. When you dodge accountability, you hand over your power. That's like leaving your door wide open and letting anybody walk in. Stoicism drops it plain. You don't control the world, but you do control your choices. When something goes wrong, you got to look it dead in the eyes and say, I made this mess. Now I got to clean it up. And that's not punishment, that's freedom. Because once you own it, you can change it. Once you face it, you can fix it. We're all human. Mistakes will hit hard, sometimes harder than we expect. But the real G's, they don't run from their faults. They confront them head on. They say, yeah, I slipped, but I ain't staying down.
Man, you really out here cleaning that up yourself?
Damn right. If I broke it, I fix it. If I messed up, I own it. That's how respect's built. See, it's not weakness to make a mistake. The weak move is repeating the same one and pretending it ain't your fault. That's denial, that's cowardice. Strength is taking that L, learning from it, and stepping back in stronger. So stop dodging, stop hiding. Take the wheel of your own story. Responsibility ain't a burden, it's the crown of kings. Wear it. Now, let's talk about fear, specifically fearing failure. Out here, fear can be louder than gunshots. It freezes people, keeps them stuck, keeps dreams locked up in their heads. Every hustler, every dreamer, Every fighter in these streets has felt the sting of failure. Losing money, losing friends, losing face, it burns. But what if I told you that fear is just a shadow? A ghost that looks big in the dark but disappears the moment you face it. See, the Stoics understood this thousands of years ago. They knew failure wasn't the end, it was the lesson. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor who carried Rome on his back, said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Translation: that wall you're scared of hitting, that's the very wall you gotta climb. Failure is part of the process. Don't get it twisted. If you never risk, you never grow. You can't build muscle without breaking it first. Same with life. Every time you fall, every time you get clowned, every time you miss your shot, you rise sharper, smarter, tougher.
Man, I can't take another loss. I'm done.
Nah, listen, scars ain't shame. Scars are proof you stepped in the ring when others stayed in the crowd. You bleed, you bruise, but you keep moving. That's where the respect comes from. Failure ain't your enemy, it's your coach. Every misstep is a scar that tells your story. And trust me, the streets don't reward the ones who play safe. They remember the ones who bet on themselves when fear tried to choke them out. So next time fear whispers in your ear, don't back down. Step up, take the risk. Let failure sharpen you into a weapon. Next up, let's keep it a buck about following empty rules just to fit in. This one's deadly because it looks harmless on the surface. You see everyone chasing the same trends, moving the same way, posting the same flex, and you think, I gotta do that too, or else I'll get left behind. But here's the truth. The moment you start bending yourself to fit in with the crowd, you stop living for yourself. You turn into a copy, a background extra in your own life. Real respect doesn't come from blending in. It comes from standing out, from being authentic. Stoicism teaches clarity, purpose, and direction. Epictetus said, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Translation: be ready to look different, even crazy, if it means staying true to yourself.
Bro, why are you not jumping on this trend? Everyone's doing it.
Because I don't need everyone's approval. My moves are for my purpose, not their likes. When you bow down to empty rules, you're handing over your crown. You're letting someone else's system decide your value. That's weakness disguised as belonging. But when you live with intention, when you choose your actions because they align with your code, not somebody else's, you take back your power. It ain't easy, though. The crowd will call you out, laugh at you, maybe even cut you off. But remember, respect ain't in the numbers, it's in the depth. The loudest noise usually fades fast. But authenticity, that lasts. That's the kind of energy that echoes even when you're gone. So don't be a clone, write your own code. Every move you make should serve your higher calling, not just the latest vibe. That's how you earn respect from the streets, from the world, and most importantly, from yourself. Now, let's get physical. Weak body language. You might not notice it, but your body speaks louder than your mouth. The way you walk, the way you sit, the way you look at people, it all tells a story. If you're slouched over, avoiding eye contact, fidgeting, shrinking into yourself, you're broadcasting one thing: I ain't in control. And trust me, the streets read that real quick. Energy is everything. In this world, perception is power. A timid posture says, I'm prey. Standing tall says, I'm present. Weak body language weakens your presence before you even speak. You could be smart, talented, even dangerous, but if your body don't show it, people won't feel it. The Stoics understood this. They believed inner strength radiates outward. Marcus Aurelius wasn't just emperor by title, his presence filled the room. That's because strength of mind flows into strength of posture. When your inside is disciplined, your outside reflects it.
Yo, why are you walking like you scared of the pavement?
Because I forgot who I am. Watch this. Head up, chest out. Different energy, right? When you change your posture, you claim your space. You're telling the world, I'm here. I ain't backing down. I'm ready for whatever comes. And it ain't about trying to look hard. It's about respecting yourself enough to carry yourself like someone who matters. See, body language ain't just communication, it's self-training. Every time you stand tall, you remind yourself of your own worth. Every time you hold eye contact, you train courage. Every time you move with intention, you reinforce discipline. So stop moving like you're hiding. Stop shrinking into the background. Straighten your back, lift your head, own your walk. Respect for yourself starts with how you carry yourself. And once you master that, the world can't help but recognize it. Time is the one thing the streets won't ever give you back. Money, you can lose it and make it again. Respect, you can earn it back with actions. But time, once it's gone, it's gone forever. That's why wasting it in laziness is unacceptable. Too many of us drift through the day like ghosts, scrolling, chilling, saying, I'll do it tomorrow. But tomorrow don't always come, and the minutes you throw away today, they stack up into years you can't get back. Every idle minute is a minute stolen from your future. Laziness robs you quiet, like a thief you invited in. Think about it. While you sit still, your potential is slipping, your edge is dulling, your opportunities are walking past you. Stoicism preaches discipline for a reason. Seneca said, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. That's truth. Life is long enough if you use it right. But waste it, and even 100 years won't feel like enough.
Man, you always talking about hustling. Can't I just chill? What's the harm?
The harm is this. While you chill, life moves. The streets don't pause for you. Every second you waste, someone else is grinding, someone else is leveling up. You're gonna look back wishing you moved sooner. Hustle ain't just about chasing paper, it's about chasing your potential. It's about becoming the strongest, sharpest, most disciplined version of yourself. Replace laziness with action. Even small steps matter. Read, train, create, plan, turn wasted hours into invested ones. Because when you stop drifting and start moving, your life shifts. You go from wasted days to a legacy of hard-won victories. And that's what separates the ones who make it from the ones who fade away. Now, I know some of you out here thinking, avoiding conflict is staying safe. Nah, fam, that's a lie we tell ourselves to stay comfortable. Real talk. Avoiding conflict is often avoiding growth. Yeah, not every battle is worth stepping into. You don't gotta fight every fool on the block. But if you're always running, always dodging, you'll never build resilience. And resilience? That's survival in this world. Stoicism ain't about chasing fights. It's not about flexing ego. It's about standing firm when the storm hits. When life throws conflict your way, the question ain't, do I run? It's, do I have the strength to stay calm, clear, and in control? That's the mark of a true warrior.
Yo, just ignore it. Don't say nothing. Keep walking, man.
Nah, running from every challenge just makes the fear bigger. I don't need to fight, but I won't fold either. I stand where I am. Conflict is inevitable in the streets, in business, in relationships. You can't hide forever. But here's the key. Not every fire needs gasoline. Sometimes strength is knowing when to speak and when to stay silent, when to push back and when to step aside. Avoiding all conflict makes you weak. Seeking all conflict makes you reckless. Balance, that's where wisdom lives. The Stoics knew this. Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Conflict reveals your reaction. It shows you whether you're ruled by fear, by rage, or by discipline. So don't run from every challenge. Face it with intention, with a cool head. Remember, you don't have to start the fire to prove your strength. Sometimes the strongest move is mastering the flame within. Now, let's hit a trap most of us fall into, comparing ourselves to others. You're out here scrolling through highlight reels, watching people flaunt cars, money, status, or fake smiles, and suddenly you start questioning your own grind. That's poison. Fam, these streets are built on illusions, and if you measure your worth by someone else's moves, you'll forever feel like you're losing. But here's the wisdom. Your only rival is the person you were yesterday. Every hustle, every scar, every late-night grind is yours alone. Stoicism reminds us that envy is wasted energy. It burns your soul while feeding nothing. The real flex is progress, step by step, brick by brick on your own path. Stop trying to wear someone else's crown. Yours is still being forged in fire. Every setback, it's shaping you. Every small win, it's stacking. Trust your grind. Respect your story. The streets don't reward copycats. They honor originals who stayed true and built their empire on their own code. Now let's step into the danger zone, the temptation zone. Out here, everybody wants something. Fast money, quick pleasure, that next high, that next win. It's natural. Man, we're human. But here's the trap. When you let those desires grab the wheel, they don't drive you to peace. They drive you straight into chaos. I've seen it too many times. Good people drowning in their own cravings. They get addicted to the chase. More money, more women, more distractions. They think it's living, but really, it's running from discipline, running from purpose. And when the party fades, when the noise dies down, they're left empty. Because pleasure without balance is just another chain. Here's where Stoicism flips the script. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." That means every impulse, every craving, every shiny distraction is a test. Who runs you, your desires, or your discipline? When you say no to the things that weaken you, you're not missing out, you're building power, real power. Think of your desires like fire. Left wild, it burns everything down. But under control, it cooks your food, warms your home, forges your steel. Same with you. Don't kill your fire, master it. Use it to build, not to destroy. Every impulse is a question. Who are you becoming? Will this choice fuel your empire or drain your soul? A hustler's strength isn't in taking every pleasure the world throws at him. It's in knowing when to say enough. Temper your desires like a well-forged blade, sharp, precise, unbreakable. Finally, we land on the heavyweight, the silent habit that buries more dreams than failure ever could, living without direction. Some of you are grinding every day, working your 9 to 5, hustling on the side, running in circles. But ask yourself, where's it all going? What's the point of all that movement if you don't even know your destination? Life's like these streets. You need a map, you need a mission. Without it, you'll keep driving until the tank's empty, and when you stop to look around, you'll realize you never left the block. That's the danger of drifting. You feel busy, but you're lost. Stoicism reminds us that purpose is the compass. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "A man without a purpose is like a stranger in his own life." Think on that. If your every move isn't tied to something greater, discipline, growth, resilience, then all you're doing is burning daylight. I once knew a dude who hustled harder than anyone I'd seen. Money, women, respect, he had it all stacked. But he was empty inside, restless. Why? Because his grind had no anchor, no why. Without that, he couldn't enjoy the wins, couldn't handle the losses. He just kept chasing shadows. That's what living without direction looks like, hollow victories and a restless soul. So here's the move, stop drifting. Ask yourself daily, what's my goal? What am I really working for? Let your answer shape your steps. Doesn't matter if your path is slow or rough. What matters is that it's yours. A hustler with purpose walks further than a drifter with speed. Don't just exist, live with direction. Build a path that leads to growth, resilience, and freedom that actually means something. Purpose turns every grind into greatness. Without it, you're just burning gas in circles. With it, you become unstoppable. So here's the raw truth. No sugarcoating, no filters. The habits we pick up, silently, day by day, are draining our strength. Some of them seem small at first, mocking others to feel big, ducking responsibility, hiding from conflict, wasting hours in laziness, scrolling through other people's wins. But here's what you gotta see. Each one chips away at your spirit, like cracks spreading across concrete. Eventually, the foundation gives. That's why so many people out here feel weak inside, even when they look tough on the outside. But here's the kicker. You're not stuck. You're not chained to those habits. You've got the power, right now, to flip the script. You can reprogram your life with Stoic discipline. That's not just philosophy, it's survival. Every bad habit you kick out is like clearing trash from your block. When the negativity leaves, you create space for focus, discipline, and peace. And when you master that, you become the boss of your own mind, untouchable, no matter what storms the world throws at you. Every choice matters. Every moment you say no to weakness and yes to growth, it builds you. It makes you stronger, freer. And that freedom, it's priceless. Freedom to stand calm in chaos. Freedom to know your worth isn't set by likes, clout, or outside noise. Freedom to chase your mission without needing validation. That's the real street hustle. Not money, not fame, but ruling your inner domain. Listen up. Even on the toughest streets, when pressure is heavy and the world feels like it's closing in, real power comes from honesty with yourself. Drop the masks, drop the excuses. Stop wasting time proving yourself to people who don't even matter. Own your failures, embrace your scars, and flip that raw energy into growth. That's how warriors are built, by standing tall in truth, not hiding in lies. Life's a constant hustle. It will test you, break you, rebuild you. But if you steer your grind with clarity, discipline, and respect for yourself, nothing can truly break your spirit. Think of the old school OGs, the ones who ruled their turf not by fear alone, but by respect, honor, and presence. That's what Stoicism teaches. It's about being unshakable, about ruling yourself so solidly that no chaos, no enemy, no temptation can take you off your path. This isn't just another self-help spiel. This is a street sermon, a call for transformation. Drop the habits that weaken you, build the habits that sharpen you, and you'll see life flip, more grounded, more resilient, more fearless. Doesn't matter if you're from the concrete jungle or the quiet suburbs, Stoicism beats with the same rhythm everywhere. Control yourself, and the world can't break you. That's the ultimate hustle. That's the legacy worth building. Now, don't just listen to these words and walk away unchanged. Take this as your challenge. Sit with yourself, quiet, honest, no filters, and ask, What habits are holding me back? Maybe it's mocking others to hide your own insecurity. Maybe it's laziness stealing your time. Maybe it's fear that's got you stuck in place. Whatever it is, shine a light on it, because you can't conquer what you refuse to face. And remember these words: true strength isn't about controlling the world, but about mastering yourself. Let that line tattoo itself in your mind. The outside world, you'll never control every twist, every betrayal, every loss. But inside, that's your turf, that's your empire. And if you rule it with discipline, nothing out there can break you. So apply the discipline. Take the risks that scare you but grow you. Walk with intention every single day. Don't just exist, live. Live like every step means something, because it does. Life's too short to drift, too precious to waste on envy, excuses, or weak habits. Every decision you make is a brick in the empire of your life. Build wisely. And if this message hits home, if something in your chest is telling you, yeah, this is me, then show some love. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. Drop your experiences in the comments. Let's make this more than just a voice talking at you. Let's build a community, a crew of people chasing growth, wisdom, and unshakable resilience. Because together, we're not just surviving these streets, we're mastering them from the inside out. Today could be the start of something bigger, the beginning of your journey into Stoic freedom. And here's the beauty of it: you don't need permission, you don't need anyone's approval. Every moment you breathe is a new chance to rewrite your story. Stand tall, own your choices, face your demons, and remember this: the power to transform your life has always been right there inside you.